Good morning. We're going to do our reading a little bit different today. Pluto is opposite the moon, and there is still an intense vibration of Sun and Saturn, Venus and Chiron that is going on. But as the moon goes through Leo today, that Sun and Saturn energy is going to be highlighted. Wherever the moon falls, you look to the planetary ruler of that sign, and in this case, Leo is ruled by the sun. So we're going to look back to that Aries energy. And Aries sun is currently sitting with Saturn. They're very close. They're within a couple of degrees of each other. When the sun and Saturn are together, it's not exactly fun times. I mean, it's structured so that it could be great, but it's very cold, dull. And if it is warm, it's blasting warm. These are intense, intense energies. The Tower here is in the reverse. The King of Swords in the upright. There is an impending doom that someone has already figured out is going to happen. They've already calculated it, they've already prepared for it. They're just waiting. And that's the thing, we're in a waiting period currently. In a space like this, when we have the King of Swords showing up, we know we're prepared for battle. We know we've locked it in. We know we've got what we need. We know we've checked all the doors. We know we have a plan. And we've told other people. We've communicated this. There's preparation here. So you can take solace in that. But it is coming. And everyone knows it. There is an effort to avoid the calamity, for sure. Someone thinks they can think their way out of this transformation. You cannot. You can't communicate your way out of it either. But accepting that is the task at hand. Now, two other cards came up here, the Three of Wands and the the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. I don't know why I said the three. Three may be significant to you at this time. The Page of Wands here talks about a very immature energy, someone who is very excited, but definitely doesn't have a lot of self-control. And with the Knight reversed, we have a direct progression. So these cards come after each other. This one first and this one second in the deck naturally. But when this card is inverted, we're being asked to go back to that playfulness. We're being asked to not march ahead and try to share our fire, but instead enjoy it ourselves for a little bit longer. You may have fire and air people in your life at this time. You may have an air sign. You may be an air sign. Aquarius is significant. Sagittarius is significant. Leo is significant. Scorpio is significant as well. Clarify the Tower, please. That came out so freaking fast. It's the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. The Nine of Pentacles here. In this deck, 9 tells us about especially in the reverse, we have someone who is all but prepared for the collapse. Someone who is considering walking away from it all. With the Nine of Pentacles, there is a stubbornness, a satisfied, self-satisfied energy. But when it is in the reverse, which it came up in the reverse, we have someone who might be a little anxious with being alone. Someone who doesn't know how to enjoy their happiness, their solitude. King of Swords energy, please. Clarify the King of Swords, please. That's the Tower. Interestingly enough, the fear of isolation, or the knowledge of it all, knowing that it's just going to get more intense, even though there's a confidence that you are self-sustained, ultimately there's a fear of isolation in that. Maybe you're just so used to having things taken from you, you're just so prepared to give everything away instead of actually appreciating what you've earned. Interesting. Clarify the King of Swords, please. Clarify the King of Swords, please. Oh, that's 2 cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups. These are beautiful cards, I gotta show you. So there's the Wheel of Fortune. This is the Anatomy deck, by the way. And the Page of Cups. You're waiting for an apology, or you're accepting an apology, or you're anticipating an apology. There's a yearn. There's an understanding of the hope and the romanticism. No, it's deep. It's like a full clicking in. And something fortunate is coming to pass when it comes for love, for this King of Swords. Okay? There is some sort of effort, emotionally open-hearted effort, which is interesting for this King of Swords because it feels like they're waiting for the right time. They don't want to do it too soon. There's something very specific, some timing they're very specific about. If this is you, you may be waiting for a sign from something to tell you it's the right time to make that apology or that love offering. And that love offering could be to yourself. You're just being hopeful is a love offering to yourself. Hope is a rebellious act in times of war. The Page of Wands here. Can you clarify the Page of Wands, please? Thank you. Four of Swords in the reverse. The Four of Swords is always about patience, meditation, waiting, resting, recuperating. With it in the reverse, we may have frequency of like running out the door too fast before you're ready, taking off a cast before things have healed, taking off a band-aid before things have healed. And that's the immaturity of it, is that you're not appreciating the rest. You're not appreciating the quiet. You're not appreciating the stillness that is in your space right now. You may have a fear of missing out. You may have a fear of resting. That happens a lot with people who have been through a lot of trauma or grown up with a lot of trauma. If you have CPTSD, this may be significant for you. And you're learning to rest. You're learning to actually give yourself rest. Further clarification is temperance without maybe chemicals or drugs or drinking or anything else. Now the Knight of Wands, let's look at the Knight of Wands. Can you clarify the Knight of Wands for me? The Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Cups upright. Now I did a pre-shuffle for this and I got the Three of Cups in my other deck as well. You're still attracting the wrong connections. And you have to pull back on your energy from that. It's not quite time yet. Like Persephone, in the changing of the seasons, sometimes things get staggered and we end up with false springs. This may be the case for opening your heart and connecting with community at this time. It's not quite ready yet. You may be rushing into it, but you're going to pick the wrong people. You're going to connect to the wrong people. So just wait and just pause. And remember that there is a massive, massive change coming and you are prepared. But being confident in the stillness while holding hope is a challenge for you. Hope is motivating. It makes you move. But you're being asked to be still and grateful instead. Let yourself learn to rest. Because once things get moving, it's going to be a while before you have this much space to do so. Bottom of the deck here, we have the Fool in the reverse. This is an old lesson you have been told and you need to relearn it again. So you're being asked to start over again. Bottom of this deck is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So the divine partnership to the King on the deck. Now, the difference between the King and the Queen of Swords is the Queen dictates and communicates with others. That's her main purpose. She is directing. She is discerning. She is attracting and sorting. The King of Swords just knows the whole plan. He's comfortable sitting and watching it all play out. So pull back on your rush out into the spring and give yourself a little bit more time to sit in the stillness without feeling the need to be productive or prove anything to anyone. Just sit in the stillness and appreciate what you know. Because there's a waste of energy when you rush it. Let it happen just on time. If this reading resonated with you, feel free to like and subscribe. We'll talk soon. Bye.